tradition written on walls throughout halls of 4 seasons lost. In Austin, I saw it pause. My eyes crossed to a table. Paralyzed by pairwise dice, then a tin to this heaven slice of an angel wrapped in skin. Roll dice and woes of life. Love and pride, ignorant vows. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise. Crystal chandeliers, moments reflected. Often mirrors appear quick, ready from ear to ear. Craving and raining in grain, rekindling the flame. Close as she draws near. Stay there, remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, we know our purpose.
Boom. Yes, it is. The truth is what you can see. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Unpopular Hour. Of course, I'm your host, Matt Clark, and it is Tuesday, and the Thunder are playing their back-to-back tonight against the Sacramento Kings. And of course, I do have on my Thunder Alls today. You see, got my Thunder Alls. For tonight's game against them. We are undefeated when I wear these, so I figured why break the cycle of what we're trying to accomplish here for the OKC Thunder. Now, let's get into it. Last night, and this is not going to be a long show. It's going to be a short show because we got things to do. Plus, the game is tonight at 7:00. But anyway, what a night last night. The Thunder played the Dodgers and Toronto played the Blue Jays in a epic 18-inning game. Freddie Freeman, of course, another walk-off home run, and then of course the Chiefs and the Commanders played last night. So it was just epic because I've got you got all this stuff going on. I had my phone on, I had my computer on, I had all this stuff. I'm trying to watch all these different things at one time. And it really was pretty cool to see all three sports. And all three, well, two of the three were good. The Chiefs game would have been better. It was good for the first half, but it would have been better, I think, had Jay Daniels played. I think it would have been a different outcome. But the Chiefs clearly were not focused early in the first half. In the second half, of course, Mahomes came out and did what he did. He did throw 2 picks, one of which was his fault. But it was a great play by Lattimore. But the second one was Travis Kelce. That's 2 interceptions that Mahomes has on his record that are directly because of Travis Kelce. The one against the Eagles earlier in the year, and then that one last night. And it's just, and then of course he came back and does his thing. But Travis is Travis, and congratulations to him, by the way, of tying Priest Holmes for the most TDs ever by a Chiefs player at 83. And, of course, he's going to break that. For sure, he'll break that. But I don't know if he'll catch Gronkowski, or he and Mahomes will catch Gronkowski and Brady for the most tight ends or touchdowns from a quarterback to a tight end. They have 105. And then, of course, Phillip Rivers and, the tight end from them. I can't even think of his name now. I can see his face. I can see his number. I see everything, and I'll think of it in a minute. So both of them are number 2 as far as that is concerned. And, of course, I hate it when I do that. You hate it when you do that, when you got it right there on the tip of your tongue, and you cannot think of what the name is. So, anyway, I will say this. Let's start out with the baseball game because I got to come on late and see the game because I was watching. Clearly, I was doing watching the Thunder game, and then of course I had to do after the Storm my OKC Thunder post game show, and what a great game it was with Dallas. And then I turned it on to the Chiefs game because I looked at the score. I'm like, oh my God, it's the 12th inning, whatever. It's gonna be forever. Talking about the baseball game. So I watched the end of the Chiefs game, which was a blowout, and then I turned around and I just ended up saying, okay, let me watch the baseball game. And I thought, okay, this is going to be over. Okay, Dodgers got scoring position. Okay, they've got scoring position. Okay. And, Some people say, I was listening to people today talk about how, it wasn't that great a game past the 12th inning. Well, to me, it was. I loved what I saw in the game. I loved the fact that, you pitchers got in jams, they had to get out. That you were using reliever after reliever after reliever. And the question is tonight when the game happens, what's going to happen? Because both of them have gone into their pens. Now, Otani, everybody says he's the greatest ever. He's had two of the greatest innings, and he's just been fantastic lately. But I mean, for me to say you're the greatest ever, I don't. I'm not one of these people who like to throw that around. That's what today's generation. Oh, you're greatest of all time. To be the greatest of all time, you have to do it over a length of time. You have to do it for at least 10 years. It's like I tell people, that's why I can't put Shaq into my top centers all time. Most dominant. He and Wilt were the most dominant centers in history. But the problem is, Shaq didn't do it long enough. I can't stick my head of people who went for 10 years when he only was dominant for 6. I'm not doing that. You have to be dominant. And I just don't think, like Barry goes, well, what about LeBron? I said, I can't get LeBron there because LeBron choked. You can't undo something because you like somebody because they have a length of time and all this. He choked in the NBA Finals. J.J. Barea and Jason Terry guarded him at 6'9", 270, 60 or whatever the hell he is. You disappeared. I can't give you GOAT status when you disappear. You can't. That knows anything when you disappear. You're stopped right there. That ends the discussion with you. Right there. But people overlook that because it's what they do in today's generation. And Otani is fantastic, and what he's doing is crazy. Reaching bases 9 times where they walked in 4 or 5 times in a row and whatever. I'm like, okay, to me, he is awesome. And for him to do the thing, what he did with the pitching, last couple weeks ago, throwing 6 innings, 10 strikeouts, and then 2-3 home runs, that's just craziness. But I'm not going to give you GOAT status over Barry Bonds, who did it for 15 years, who was like this his whole career. Not for 2 or 3 years, but his whole career. He was doing this stuff. And his numbers are crazy. Babe Ruth, what he did. Hank Aaron, what he did. So, Otani, give me some more time. I'm not one of these generational people who just throw stuff out there because, let's throw the GOAT out there. Go, 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 go. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not one of these people. That's not how I look at things. I mean, to me, if you're gonna be the greatest, you have to do it over a period of time. You can't disappear in your sport's biggest stage. You can't disappear, which Otani is finally showing up. And remember, he disappeared before this, but he's finally showing up. So I'm gonna give him some love there. Sorry, but this weather is just killing my sinuses. But I'm gonna say this: he is fantastic. And I agree with Colin Cowherd when he said, thank God he got out of Anaheim. So get with the Dodgers so we can see what you're really like at the biggest stage. And he has performed. So we're going to see what he really is going to do it over a period of time. You can't just throw somebody out there now. Does he have the potential to be the greatest of all time? Sure. He's done some crazy, crazy stuff. But this is my platform. I don't have to yield to ESPN or to Fox or whatever these networks. I don't have to yield to them. This is what we're going to do. No, the hell with you. Did you even play sports? You're a producer. You're my boss. Did you play sports? Do you even know what the hell it is? Or are you just running your mouth? You're one of those excited guys. Like some people are. They run their mouths on some of these social media deals. I'm like, dude, you didn't play. You have no idea. That's one thing I like about a lot of athletes having podcasts and stuff like that, because our view and your view are not the same. We don't view stuff the way you view stuff. We see it completely different because you're on the outside looking in. We're on the inside of how stuff works. But Otani is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I'm going to give him his due. But, bro, I'm not giving you greatest of all time over everybody just because you're performing now. Keep doing it, bro. Do it 5 or 6 or 7 more times. Then we'll see. Until then, yeah, I'm not giving you that, okay? But could you possibly be it? Yes. But you got to show me more than now, or you're just a flash in the pan. I'm not trying out here to get all these likes and all this nonsense. I'm telling you the truth. We are the unpopular hour for a reason. We're not gonna be popular with your takes out there. We're gonna tell you the truth, and this is how it is. You can't sit there and give somebody GOAT status after they've been in the league 6 years and they've only been doing this. They've only been to stage 1 year that he's doing stuff that we've never seen before. Great, but continue to do it. It's like Mahomes. He does stuff that continually we see it all the time for 7 years, in all the time, all the over and over and over. Now we almost come immune to it. That's great. Peyton Manning, that's great. Tom Brady, that's great. Joe Montana, that's great. Bart Starr, that's great. I didn't see Johnny Unitas out there, so I can't throw them in there. Dan Marino, that's great. Roger Staubach, that's great. Troy Aikman, that's great. These are things that I can say that are great. That's what I've seen. But it's got to be over a period of time. I'm not going to just give you GOAT status or give you that's not how I operate at all. I'm not doing that. So now let's talk about football. Talk about Thunder last night. What a hell of a game that was. The Mavs and the Thunder. The Thunder took care of business 101-94 last night over the Mavericks. And I can say this. I've been to several Thunder Mavs games there in Dallas. And I'm going to tell you this. It is crazy down there. They don't like us. I'm not a Mav. I don't like them either, so it's okay. My feelings are not hurt that y'all don't like the Mavericks don't like the Thunder. We don't like y'all either. It's okay. It really is. It's okay that we don't like each other. It's fine that we'll get over it. Y'all get over it. Whatever. Get over it. Who cares? That's the way I look at it. And I'm going to say this right now. I've been there in Dallas in AT&T Center, and I'm going to tell you, when we play, it's crazy. What a great atmosphere that they're going to have, and I cannot wait for our new facility to see how it's going to be laid out. I cannot wait. Mavs were 12 for 39 from three. The Thunder 6 for 30. Once again, horrible, horrible shooting. And we talked about this last night on After the Storm. My guy Nathan Taylor and I of YNB. We talked about the Thunder and their struggles and what they've done. We went over it pretty in depth. So you can go to YouTube, search After the Storm OKC Thunder, and you can go over and listen to our show to kind of see how we broke down things last night on the show. So you can do that. The Thunder, 46.7%. The Mavs, 37.9%. We out-rebounded them 55-36. And, of course, Lively wasn't there. Gafford wasn't there. And like I tell people, the Mavericks are going to be a different team down the road than they are now. So, just beat them up while you can. Pips points in the paint. You can see that we were just outstanding last night. 68-36 last night, 68-36. Okay, that's Mark Long calling me while I'm doing the show. He's calling me on the phone. And then, of course, this is the first time in forever that we've actually been more turnovers. We had more turnovers than the opposing team. That's just crazy when you look at that, because of the simple fact that doesn't happen. Hardly at all does that ever happen, that we get out, that they do that. That 13-9, it's usually the other way around. I'm just saying it usually is the other way around. We did our bench outscored their bench, and then when you look at the box score from last night, Ihart, 30 minutes, 16 points, 12 boards, nice double-double for him. 5 offensive rebounds, which really, really helped, because what he does is for us to get extra possessions, and that's what offensive rebounds are. They're extra possessions. That's what they are. They're extra possessions. That's what they do. They give you additional time to do something. Sorry about that. I was trying to get all my stuff done. Then, of course, Chet last night. 18 points, 11 rebounds, double-double for him. He had a strong, going 2 for 5, but 6 for 10. He really got us going early, which I loved what he was doing. SGA, 23 points. And, I just, our coach and what he does just frustrates the hell out of me. It really does. It just really frustrates me what he does. It just does. I just don't get it. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that. Lou Dort last night once again, 2 for 6. He actually made his first 2 threes and then missed his last 4. And I just don't like Dort trying to be a scorer. And it's just frustrating to me. So frustrating. Kaysen last night, he's just struggling. He played at home last night, 2 for 9, 0 for 5. He's really struggling, and he has been since the middle of last year. He's just not played well. But I believe that he will somehow come out of it, because at some point in the next couple of years we're going to have to make decisions. And we were talking about that on our chat about whether we're going to pay Kaysen. Well, yeah, we're going to pay Kaysen. We have no choice. Jay Will, 4 points, 17 minutes, 7 rebounds. I thought Jay Will played good last night. He has played good the last couple of games. And I'm liking what I'm seeing for Jay Will. I just wish he would make his threes. Barnheiser, he's the new Dort to me, or the new Jang to me, is what he is. For whatever reason, you're playing for 2 or 3 minutes and put him, why are you even playing? I mean, you're just sticking him in there. And usually 90% of the time when he comes in and plays with SJ, we don't do well, even though last night we did make a huge difference in that. So Aaron Wiggins, 11 points. Played well last night, I thought. 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Youngblood did not play at all. And then, of course, A.J. Mitchell. My problem with A.J. is that A.J. plays good, but he is just at the point where, like I said last night, I think A.J. Mitchell is playing to leave. He's showing people, I can do this, because he knows there's no future for him for big money on this team. I believe he believes that, and I'm not mad at him for thinking that, because I don't know what the potential is for you to get hundreds of millions of dollars either. I mean, where are you gonna play when J-Dub comes back? When Caruso comes back, what are you gonna do? So I'm seeing why he's trying to do that, but it's like when SJ's on the floor, bro, pass the damn ball to him. Quit trying to do quit. What are you doing? What are you doing? It's so frustrating to me when he does that. I just don't get it, and it's just like, to me, it's just hard for me to kind of understand what his approach is. Mark is sending me all this stuff, and he's sending me all the tickets for tonight. So anyway, that's my frustration with him and what's going on with that. Okay, it really is. But let's call it what it is. The Thunder are really at the point to where we really have some young talent. We're not that athletic, but we are fundamentally sound. A.J. Mitchell is doing his own thing, but he's got to understand at the end of games, you can't just go run around and try to shoot and take over. You're not the man. SJ is the man. And I see what you're like, trying to be the man. You're inconsistent. And the more somebody goes, well, the more they do it, the better they get at it. No, you're either good at it or you're not. You don't create a closer. You don't create that. Either you're a closer or you're not. You've been doing it all your life. And to me, pass the damn ball. That was the problem I had with him last year playing with SGA. Pass the damn ball. Quit trying, there's several times, when he goes left, I still don't get this, and we were talking about this last night. I don't get how he's left-handed. And if you'll notice that when they run the top pick and roll screen where SJ pops out and he's at the top of the key, he's got his left hand out. A.J. Mitchell's over here. He's looking for the ball. And the defenders are guarding him between him and SGA. And he's left-handed, so he just goes right by him and scores. And I'm like, guys, he's left-handed. What are y'all doing? It's like they haven't figured it out, but they're so busy trying to keep SGA from getting the ball that they do that. Now, my problem is when it's on the other side, tried to go right 2 or 3 times last night. It's like, pass the damn ball. Give him the ball at the top of the key and get your ass over there and take a 3. But I see what he's doing. He's trying to make a name for himself, and I get it. But, bro, we're trying to win a championship. We're trying to go back-to-back here. We're not worried about you trying to, get your reward, get paid. We're not worried about that. I know you are, which you should be, but at the same time, selfish behavior is not going to get us anything. It's not going to get you anything. So Let's rethink and refocus on how we're doing stuff, AJ, please. And then this, Coach Dagnall, when are you going to figure out flow of the game? When? It's been 7 years, and it's like you're stuck in your analytical, your analytic, bro. Analytics don't take account the flow of the game. Analytics doesn't take into account what you see with your own eyes, what's happening. And what's happening is you can see that they're coming at us. You can see that they're trying to, uh, that they're making a move. Now, you brought SJ in at the 7 minute mark, which you always do because that's your schedule. And they were already on a run. Even though we were still up 17, you could see the floor, our whole momentum and everything we were trying to do was done. AJ Mitchell is running up and down the court. Wiggins is running up and down the court. They're shooting threes. Chet shooting threes. Dort shooting threes. All these guys are shooting threes. Totally out of control in the fourth quarter because we're up 20. And we're thinking, oh, we got this. We're going to blow them out. Dallas ain't going nowhere. And they did, and they got back in the floor of the game. Now, instead of 9 minutes ago when you saw this happening, put SGA in there then, and I get it. He's played a lot of minutes. He's tired. Put him into 9 minutes when you felt, as soon as you feel that flow changing, you put Dort in. How the hell is Dort going to do anything? Stop their defense? Everybody's shooting the damn ball. Try to put in our best player. And then when they put in their best player, you put in your best player, which you still don't do. But every other team, as soon as we put SGA in, they put in their best player, except this guy. Dagnall just won't do it because he's stuck in his own frame of mind. And everybody goes, "We want a chip?" No, we got lucky. We won in spite of him, not because of. He cost us game one against Denver. That's a fact. He cost us game one against Indiana. That's a fact. Because of his style. It could have cost us a series. Because of what he does. He gives away games. And I tell you guys this all the time. It's about possessions. You can't give away possessions, and he does. Barnheiser, why the hell is he playing? Because you like him? Okay. Somebody goes, he's going to be the next Caruso. Well, Caruso had to leave Oklahoma City to become Caruso. Let's try that. Barnheiser might have to leave and come back. Now, he's not Caruso to me, but he could be, maybe, whatever. But this guy also believes that J-Dub has more upside than SGA. That's crazy. When I hear people say that, I go, you all have no concept of sports. You all have no feel for basketball. You have no understanding for basketball. If you think SGA, J-Dub has more upside than SGA, you're high. You have no, you should not be coaching. If that's what you think, you have no concept of talent. You have a belief in what you want to believe and how you're trying to think, I can get this. No, you go as far as you can go. He doesn't have the skill set. Well, he's in year 3. Look at what SGA did in year 3. Year 1, he was with the Clippers and was dominating in the playoffs. Year 2, we're in the bubble. We got to the semifinals. Year 3, we were supposed to only win 23 games. We won 40. Year 4, we get J-Dub and Chet. He goes up and he starts scoring. And he's been averaging 30 and 25, 30 and 50 for the last 3 years. J-Dub, you think he's going to ever average 30 and 50? 30 points, 50% shooting for 3 years in a row. Only other person who's done that is Michael Jordan. So when people talk about J-Dub having more upside, you're high. You have no concept of basketball. And when people start telling me stuff like that, I stop talking to them. I go, "You're an idiot. I can't talk to you anymore. You have no idea what the hell you're talking about. I'm done talking to you." With that, let's thank our sponsors, SRB. If you have needs for engineering, surveying, or planning, hit our guys up. They love to take care of you. And if you have needs for a water treatment plant in your city or county, hit these guys up. They love to take care of you. Oak Grove Trucking, if you have needs for dirt, rock, or sand to be moved, my guy Jose will take care of you and make sure everything is fantastic. YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They're an equal housing lender, member of the FDIC, proud sponsor for us to go out and support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or you can go into one of their 5 locations, the main bank at 401 Elm, 66 steps from historic downtown Yukon, Oklahoma, 66 steps also from historic US 66. I think that's funny. 66 steps, 66. US 66. Miami East was off the Parkway and US 66 or 39th Expressway. Miami Mustang 218 North Mustang Road. Miami Parkway, which is off Garth Brooks and I-40, just south of I-40, right there in front of the Fairfield Hotel, not the Fairmont. YB People's located on 23rd and Bethany between Rockwell and MacArthur. And then, of course, the House of Creed, handcrafted since 1760. Some great smelling stuff, guys. You have to go check them out. You have to go check them out at Penn Square Mall. They're in the east part, the men's department there. Promise you, you won't be disappointed. Tell them that we sent you, and they'll give you a couple of extra samples, okay? Take care of them. Let them know that you're listening to the show, and they'll take care of you. Woodland Hills Mall in Tulsa as well. I need to go there one time, and I know I'm gonna go. I know that I'm going to do Woodland Hills Mall in Tulsa. I know I'm gonna go there for a visit. I know I'm gonna do Wichita, but Kansas City, Overland Park, which is by Kansas City, I don't know if I'm gonna go that far. Little Rock, I don't know if I'm gonna go that far. Nor Lubbock or Amarillo, but I know the other three stores because I do like Wichita. They've got some good food there, and I've been there for some tournaments, so I do like going to Wichita. So I may go there at some point to do the show live there for Tanya, and since that is one of her stores, so I'll probably go do that. So now last night the Thunder, we have a game today against the Kings. Thunder 9.5-point favorites over the Kings. 226.5 is the over under. That game is tonight at 7 p.m. on FanDuel. Okay, so that's gonna be a great game, and then of course I'm just looking forward to going to and check it out. And then of course, the Kings always give us problems, even though we're 4-0 right now. The Kings always give us issues. I don't know why, they just do. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. See if we can go 5-0 because we do have an easy game on Thursday against the Washington Wizards. So we'll see what's going to happen there in that game. But I do believe the Thunder can't beat the Kings since they got beat by the Lakers the other night, and Austin Reeves got 51. And I thought it was interesting that the NBA, he shot 21 free throws, and that's okay. SGA shoots 23, and he's a free throw merchant. So stupid. So stupid. And then, of course, tonight, games on TV that are going to be on Peacock tonight, the Knicks and the Bucks, 7 p.m. The Knicks are favored in Milwaukee by 2.5 points, which I thought is very interesting that they are the favorite. Clippers, Warriors. The Clippers 9 o'clock. Warriors 1.5-point favorites. Or excuse me, the Clippers are minus 1.5-point favorites over the Warriors. They're in at Golden State. We shall see in the Chase Bank Arena. We'll see how that's going to work out. I think the Bucks. I think the Knicks should beat the Bucks because they have way more talent than the Bucks do. But Giannis he's just a beast in himself. He really is a beast in himself, all by himself. But I'm gonna go ahead and take the Knicks on the road, and then I'm going to take the Warriors at home against the Clippers. That's what I think is going to happen. But anyway, last night in Monday Night Football, because remember we had the Thunder beating up in a close game against the Mavericks in Dallas, and then of course we had the Major League Baseball 18 innings, and then we had this Chiefs 28-7 over the Commanders. It was 7. Chiefs scored 7. Then the Commanders scored 7 to tie it up, and then the Chiefs went on a 21-0 run in the second half. Mahomes scored 3 straight touchdowns in the second half on 3 straight possessions, and it was over. And the Commanders are just not the same without Jaden Daniels. They're just not. They really aren't. Marcus Mariota, 21-30, 213 yards, 1 TD, 2 INTs. Mahomes, 25-34, 299, 1 yard short of 300. Where somebody's like, why didn't they get 300? Why? They don't care about that. Mahomes doesn't really care about stuff like that. 3 TDs and 2 INTs. And like I said, he had the INT by Lattimore. Great play by him. And then, of course, Travis Kelce, once again, ball going through his hands, through the middle. And maybe Mahomes threw it too hard, I guess, whatever. But you still got to catch it. Commanders, 216 yards total. Chiefs, 432. Rushing yards, they only had 60 for the Commanders. The Chiefs, 148. Talking about running the ball, something they've got to do. First downs 14-26. Both teams had 2 turnovers. And then the time of possession 25-57 for the Commanders. Chiefs 34-3. And of those total yards, I think in one touchdown drive, the Chiefs had 112 or 115 or 19 total yards in one series because of the penalties that they occurred, especially the one by Rasheed Rice. You, and I and this has happened to me before. I threw a ball I just underhanded the ball, and I was throwing it to the referee. I did not see the player, and it hit him, and I got in trouble for it. Okay, I got a tech on me, and Rasheed Rice got a penalty on him. Now the difference is he looked like he's throwing it right to the guy's helmet. He's looking right at him. I didn't see the guy because I just saw the referee and I just tossed the ball, and the guy came and stepped into it and it bumped him. But I was tossing it to the referee was over here, and I'm doing like this, and he walked in between and it hit him. And the referee I said, hey, if I'm gonna throw the ball at him, I don't like to do it anyway. I'm gonna throw it at his ass. I'm not gonna toss it over there. If I'm gonna throw it at him, I'm gonna throw it at him. I wasn't throwing it at him. I didn't ever saw him. He was back there, and I said, as I tossed the ball, he walked into it. I didn't see. I was tossing it to you. So anyway, then of course I just went off on him after that. But Rasheed Rice, that penalty, they had another holding penalty, and they saw 115, 13, 19, whatever yards it was on that one possession that they went down and scored a TD anyway. But Mahomes is doing Mahomes that stuff, even though we're kind of getting to the point where we're just getting so used to it, which is sad. It really is that the guy is so great that, after 7 years that we're just getting accustomed to him. No look passes, jumping over people, side arming, whatever. And a lot of people, a lot of these old coaches get mad because, oh well, he's improvising, he's making all these plays outside the pocket. And that's why you're not coaching anymore, because you don't know how to coach somebody like that. That's where you weren't successful. Oh yeah, okay. I see how it is. You can be a hater. But anyway, I got to get out of here. I got to go get ready to go to the game tonight. It's only 2 hours away, so I got to get out here and get to the parking garage and get in there and get in the game. So that being said, hey, remember 2025 world champions.